Central New York Community Foundation is proud to introduce our online application system. Before applying for a grant, be sure to review the grant guidelines on our website. Also, be sure that you have registered an online profile before continuing to fill out the application. If you'd like more information, you can see our first tutorial video available at cnycf.org/online-app. Once your organizational affiliation and user role have been verified, you are ready to begin filling out the application. Visit cnycf.org/online-app, follow the link to enter the application system, and then click Log On. If you have already created an online profile, you can begin by logging in with your existing username and password. If you have an existing account but have forgotten your password, you can click the Email Password Hint or Reset Password links to have your password hint or temporary password emailed to you. If you are having any problems accessing the online grant application with your existing account, please call the Foundation at 422-9538 for assistance. You will see a navigation bar on the left side of the welcome page. To access the Community Foundation's online grant application, click the Available Grants link under the Grant Applicant heading. From here, you will see links to all available grant applications. Click on the Community Grant Application link to begin filling out your application. The first section of the application is the Basic Information tab. You'll notice that it's been pre-populated with the address information for your organization. If this information does not match your current address, please contact Community Foundation staff. Please note that additional required fields are marked in red. Near the bottom of the page, you'll see that the field asking for a brief description of your grant request is limited to a 200-character response. It should be noted that this character limit includes spaces and will count down as you begin to type. Similar character limits will recur throughout the application. Below the brief explanation field, you will see a Save button that will allow you to save the work that you've done so far. It's important to click Save at the end of each section to ensure that you can return to your work throughout the process. Once you have completed this section, you can navigate to the next tab by using the Next button at the bottom of the page, or directly clicking on the Organizational Background tab at the top. Remember that each tab contains required information that will need to be filled out before your application can be submitted. On the Capital Funding Request tab, you'll be asked 3 yes or no questions. The first question is, are you requesting support for a capital project? Capital projects include facilities, renovations, equipment, and software or hardware purchases. Please contact Foundation staff if you are unsure whether your proposal qualifies as a capital project. If the answer to this question is no, you can omit this tab entirely. However, if the answer to this question is yes, you will be asked to provide some additional information. The next 2 questions follow this same pattern. At the bottom of this page, you will see 3 fields to upload 3 vendor quotes, which are required for any item over $500. Click the Upload link and find the appropriate files on your computer to share them with the Foundation. The vendor quote requirement can be waived for certain specialty items. Please contact the Foundation if you believe this is the case for your proposal. On the Project Evaluation tab, there are fields for you to enter action steps, targeted outputs and outcomes, and data collection methods for your project. Please refer to our application guidelines for an example related to the evaluation grid. The next section of the application is the Project Budget tab. For each budget line item related to your project, you'll see a field for an expense line item description, which is meant to describe the overall line item. For instance, printing of materials. For each line item, you'll want to specify how much support is coming from your agency, how much support is coming from other funders, and how much support you are requesting from the Foundation. You'll see that these fields will automatically add together to create a total for each line item. In this case, it's $300. In the budget explanation field below, you'll want to provide a more detailed breakdown of each expense item request. In this case, how many copies will be printed and how much will each copy cost? The next section of the application is the Financial History page tab. This page will provide a summary of your organization's finances during the most recent full fiscal year. First, pick the end date of your most recent fiscal year from the drop-down calendar. Next, indicate whether your financials are audited or unaudited. Finally, fill out the below fields, which will create totals for each category. As these categories may not directly correspond with the way your financials are kept, it is best to seek help from an individual within your organization who is most familiar with its finances. The Attachments tab contains fields where you can upload the required attachments, including a list of your organization's board of directors, your most recent Form 990, letters of support, and other items. You'll see that this page also asks for financial information that reflects the numbers you entered into the financial history page. Once you have uploaded all the required attachments, you are ready to submit your application. Please read the terms and conditions at the top of the page and click I agree. Next, have the executive director of your organization or another authorized signer type his or her name, title, and signature into the corresponding fields. A name typed into the signature field will serve as an authorization of the application and acceptance of the Foundation's terms and conditions. Once you have reviewed your application and are ready to submit it, click the Submit button. If any required fields are missing, you will receive a prompt to go back and complete them. When you have successfully submitted your application, you will receive a confirmation email. If you encounter any problems submitting your application or do not receive an email confirmation, please call the Foundation at 315-422-9538 and ask to be directed to a member of the grant staff.